What's up, people? J-Dub here. In this video, I'm going to be going over my live experience at Survivor Series this past Sunday in Madison Square Garden, New York City, and I'm also going to be giving you guys some updates on everything that's going on in the wide world of the Empire. First, we have Pro Wrestling Talk Radio. Thank you to all of you guys who've been supporting the show, listening to the show. We are getting our best numbers ever, and if it was up to me, I'd say we had one of our best shows ever this past Wednesday. We talked about a lot of stuff. We had our Survivor Series review, and the show was about 2 hours long. We had an hour-long regular portion of the show, then almost an hour of the after show. So we talked about a whole hell of a lot of stuff, a lot of great topics that we debated on the show. But one of the best topics that I think were the biggest topics that we debated on the show was this whole thing about fans hating on John Cena. Like, we really got into that topic, and we like blew it up and took it to a completely different level, and we talked about a lot. It related to CM Punk, Zack Ryder, a lot of other guys in the WWE roster. So it was a really good discussion, and I'm going to be uploading a clip of that onto YouTube maybe tomorrow, so I can really get you guys thoughts on that. But yeah, make sure you tune into Pro Wrestling Talk Radio. You can check the link out down in the description box, and like I said, thank you, because we have been getting our best numbers ever for the show. And speaking of best numbers ever, the Sideshow. This past episode, I can't even say we knocked this record out of the park. We knocked this damn record into the stratosphere. We knocked this one into space, because we completely shattered the viewership record for the Sideshow this past episode, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm hoping that we can continue that trend, and we can go into next week with even more record-breaking performances, because this next episode of the Sideshow, the W's are returning, and they aren't going to actually be on this next episode, but the process starts on Tuesday. This is going to be the show where I get you guys' suggestions for who's to be nominated in the award categories and all of that stuff. And if you want to find out more about the W's, you can check pwfempire.com/W's. You can find out everything that you need to know. And yeah, they're basically my year-end awards in wrestling. I let the viewers vote, and we do it like that. We have a big celebration, a big party, and all that good stuff. But the process starts this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, pwfempire.com. So make sure you are there so your voices can be heard. Now I guess we can move on to Survivor Series. So, as you guys know, I was caught up in that whole big CM Punk moment with him jumping in the crowd and celebrating with the WWE Championship. So I just thought I'd, go over that. I talked about it on the Sideshow already, but for any of you who weren't there, here you go. YouTube, you get a little special treat. But yeah, so I go to the show, and I'm sitting down in my chair. I think this is like before the show even started, and I'm trying to update stuff. No, it was actually like maybe during the dark match or something. You had Santino and Jinder Mahal. I wasn't even paying any damn attention to the match. I'm on my Twitter. I'm on PWF Empire. I'm updating things. So I look around after I put my head up from my iPhone. I look around, and I'm like, where the hell is everybody? Because I'm literally the only person sitting in my section. I was sitting in that section, like when you go down the ramp, on the right side of the ramp, like when superstars come down to the ramp, the right side of the ramp, I was sitting over there like in one of the end rows. So I'm on my phone, I look up, and I'm like, where the hell did everybody go? Because I'm literally the only person still sitting in my seat. So I look up, I look to the left, and everybody basically just got up out of their seats and walked over to the ramp, and they're on the ramp and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so that's how it works. You don't, it's not that people who only sit right by the ramp, they just get up and, jump to the ramp. I'm like, people just get up out of their seats and walk over there. So I'm like, okay, well, if they're doing that, I'm gonna do it too. But the whole thing is, the workers, I guess you can call them ushers, security guards, bouncers, whatever the hell you want to call them, the people who work at Madison Square Garden, their only thing is, and this has happened in a lot of arenas that I've been to, their only thing is you have to be sitting down during the matches. Like, if it warrants you jumping up and cheering or something like that, or like if somebody gets a near fall or a submission or something like that, real exciting moments in the match, you can jump up and you can cheer and stuff like that, but they want you to be sitting down during the match. But after the match, you can get up and you can walk and take pictures and things. So I'm like, okay, so when this next match ends, I'm jumping up to that damn barricade too, or I'm jumping up to the ramp. So the match ends, and I walk over to the ramp, and nobody says anything about it. And I'm like, Okay, cool. So the next match starts and I go sit back down in my seat. Then that match ends and I'm like, okay, I'm walking back up to this damn ramp. So I walk back up, but I go a little bit closer. I'm edging closer and closer to the barricade. So that match ends and I go through the same process. I walk up there, get a little closer, and nobody says anything about it at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. This is absolutely fucking perfect. I'm making sure I get into a prime position so I can be right there if any action happens. So after that whole process, going through that process, match after match, I finally make my way up to the barricade, and I'm literally hanging over the damn security barricade. I was hanging over so far that I actually hit somebody in the head over the other damn side. Like, I was reaching over the barricade and I put my arm down and I feel something hairy and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I look over the barricade. It's this I guess this technician or something, the guys that wear like the black shirts, and he was sitting right there, and I moved back over like, okay, hopefully he doesn't say anything because I don't want to get kicked out of this damn arena, especially seeing how much I spent for this damn ticket. So I'm like, let me move back over a little bit, but I'm still right on the barricade. So when the whole CM Punk match happens, right after the match ended, I ran right up there and I'm like, okay, I'm here, let me start taking pictures. So I take a picture, and I think this is like literally mere seconds before that big moment happened. Like, it's literally seconds. Like, you can see him winding up to run into the crowd. So I take that picture, and then all of a sudden he grabs the WWE Championship, launches himself into the fucking crowd, and I'm literally right there in the middle of it all. People are pushing, shoving and stuff, and I'm CM Punk. We were like literally so close to each other. I'm patting him on the back like, yeah, CM Punk, CM Punk. We're all chanting, going crazy, and I kid you not, this was one of the best moments of my life, bar none, even outside of wrestling. Like, to be in the moment of all of that was absolutely amazing. I had a great time, and it was just like, it just like blew my mind that I was there. And guess what? I recorded, well, I can't say I recorded myself, but I recorded, like, I picked up my iPhone and I pushed record while that moment was in progress. You can't really see anything at all. Like, you can see little glimpses of CM Punk, but the reason why you can't really see anything, because I'm in like a fucking mosh pit. Like, we're all jumping up and down, and this is basically how I have my camera. I'm like, yeah, CM Punk, CM Punk. So all the time while the camera is recording, it's bouncing up and down like this, so you can hardly see anything in the fucking picture. But it did capture the magic of that moment. And yeah, I guess I'll play a little clip for you guys. So yeah, while we're all in that moment and we're jumping up and down and things, CM Punk starts edging his way back to the security barricade, because with all like the fanfare and all of the commotion, we kind of got like pushed back from the security barricade. So he starts edging his way back towards the security barricade, and I don't know where the hell these bouncers came from, but these big ass muscle bound dudes, they just come in the middle of CM Punk. I don't know how they got through all of that commotion, but they come in between CM Punk and the crowd, and they aren't even pushing anybody. They're just standing there like this, and I don't know what kind of steroids or muscle milk they've been drinking or whatever the fuck was going on, but these dudes are like built like a damn brick wall. You cannot get past them at all. They were not budging one friggin' inch, not 1 centimeter, and I'm trying to get to the WWE Championship, because by this time CM Punk, he's like sitting up on the barricade and he's holding the WWE Championship in the air like this. I'm trying to jump, trying to touch the WWE Championship, but I could not get past those damn dudes. So he jumps over the barricade, runs right over to the other side of the arena, and does the same thing over there with the fans, and it was just like so damn crazy, and I had such a great time. But at that point, I realized that my the battery on my phone was dying, so I wasn't taking too many pictures, but I did get a very cool picture of Alberto Del Rio while he was laying down on the ground, you know, after the match was over with and stuff. But at that point, my camera was running out, so I'm trying to save it because I'm like, I have to get a picture of The Rock. Like, I have to get some kind of video of him. But this same thing happens to me every time I go to wrestling events. Like, I take so many damn pictures, like, during the early parts of the night and forget, maybe I should be saving this for the fucking main event. So I take so many pictures, my battery gets down to like 10%. Then, you know, I take very few pictures, and then by the end of the night, my fucking battery still runs out. But I'll get to that a little bit later on. But yeah, we have The Rock coming out. I take pictures of him, and you know, that was all great. During the match, I was taking pictures and stuff. So after the match, like even before the match ended, I'm thinking in my head, okay, I know everybody is going to be up here. Everybody's going to run to that damn barricade, because I'm like, by this time, everybody has figured the same thing that I figured. You have to run to the barricade as soon as the match ends if you want any chance of getting up there, having any kind of interaction with the wrestler. So they like, while the match was going on, I'm like, okay, please don't nobody get in my way, because I have a reputation for doing certain things when people get in my damn way at wrestling shows. So I don't want anything like this to happen once again. So I'm like, please, nobody get in my way. So as soon as that bell rang, I ran my ass up there to the barricade, and I was right there, literally right in the same position that I was, hanging over the barricade and stuff. So take pictures of The Rock and everything, and after the whole situation with him and Cena, The Rock starts giving a promo.
Rocky, 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 Rocky.
Can The Rock get some water? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm wrestling for 30 minutes. This is New York City. That means they're about 3 seconds away from coming over here and whipping your monkey ass. Here, here's water. Thank you.
And my fucking camera cut off, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't take any pictures. And then even besides that, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in New York City, I don't know where the hell I am. How am I gonna get back to my hotel? Because this is like, I use this for everything, like the maps, the whatever, internet, pictures, anything, communication. So I'm like, my communication is dead. But I didn't think about that until after the show, because I was so, like, you know, fixated on The Rock and what he was doing and what he was saying. So, you know, The Rock, he comes out of the ring after the promo, and he starts slapping hands with fans. I got my hand slapped by The Rock, and then he moved to the back. Then, you know, I had this also. So I had, like, the premium seat, the platinum seat, whatever the hell you want to call it, and we got to take our chairs home. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this chair? Like, I'm roaming around outside Madison Square Garden. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Forgot what direction my hotel was in. I don't have any form of communication, walking around with this big ass chair. Like, I'm like, I know I'm gonna get mugged. Like, I've heard stories about New York, and I don't want to experience any of them myself. I don't want to put any truth to those damn stories. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Luckily, they had a whole bunch of cops that were waiting around after the show. So I go up to the cops, and I'm like, excuse me, do you know where so-and-so street is? And they're like, they couldn't. How the hell are you a cop in New York City and you don't even know where the fuck you are or where to get to places? So I asked them where my hotel is. They had absolutely no idea. Then there was this other dude. He was standing there, and he was like, you said you're trying to go to so-and-so hotel, and then he types it in his phone, and he's telling me it's in another fucking borough or something like that. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to catch a subway. You're gonna have to catch a bus. Let me give you a map and a bus schedule. I'm like, bitch, I walked to the show. I walked to Madison Square Garden from my hotel. How in the hell do I have to catch a bus back now? Like, what kind of crazy shit is this? So I'm walking around, and there's this guy. He wanted to buy this chair from me, and he's like, yeah, dude, how much for the chair? I'm like, it's not for sale. He's like, what about $20? I literally said, Hell no. Like, even if it was for sale, it damn sure wouldn't be for 20 bucks. I can get a whole hell of a lot more than $20 for this chair. Like, somebody had also tried to buy it from me. They tried to buy it for $100, but I'm like, nah, it's not for sale, because I had one at SummerSlam too, and I sold that one. I wanted to keep this one. But yeah, I start walking down the street after all of that, and I'm like, okay, this is the wrong direction. I don't remember any of this. So I turn around and I start walking down another street, and I'm starting to walk fast as hell because I can see people coming up from behind me, and I'm like, I don't know anything about New York. Just let me get back to this damn hotel quick, fast, and in a hurry. I have a dead iPhone, this big ass chair. This is not going to be much use for me at all. So I'm like, let's hurry up and get back to this hotel. I finally made it back to the hotel, and that was the end of everything. But I had a great time at Survivor Series. New York, I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't get to explore New York as a whole. Like, I checked out, I rode down 5th Avenue. That was all great. But, you know, I've always thought that I was an LA guy. Like, when I went out to SummerSlam, that was all great. Like, I explored LA. I was all over the damn place. I jumped on the subway, went to Hollywood, checked out the Walk of Fame. I checked out all types of stuff. But with New York, I don't know. Maybe it's on certain parts, because I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. At the end of this video, I'm gonna have a gallery of pictures that I took at Survivor Series, so you can put it into perspective how close I was to the ring and close I was to all of the action. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I am J-Dub. Peace out.